Countries imposing restrictions on travellers from China have come under fire from an international airline association. It says that health measures such as requiring a negative test result for the virus have done little to check the spread of the pandemic.
The growing list of countries that are set to tighten COVID curbs for Chinese travellers, a clear indication of the heightened level of international concern just days before China reopens its borders. Japan and South Korea, the latest countries to require a negative pre-departure COVID test result for Chinese travellers. Canada, the US, Australia and France also among countries imposing rules on travellers from the mainland, Hong Kong and Macau. Some countries, including Japan, are even pressing for a reduction in flights. While China has loudly pushed back against the tightening of travel measures, the aviation industry is similarly at a loss to validate the reaction. The International Air Transport Association, in a statement describing the knee-jerk reaction as extremely disappointing and ineffective. IATA says research undertaken around the arrival of the Omicron variant late last year concluded putting barriers to travel made no difference to the peak spread of infections. Given China's previous zero-COVID policy, it would hardly agree IATA's conclusion. But for China, the restrictions are politically motivated.
中方始终认为，各国的防疫措施应当科学适度，不应借机搞政治操弄，不应有歧视性做法，不应影响正常的人员交往和交流合作。
China will stop requiring inbound travellers to quarantine from 8th January.
The European Union has still to make a decision as a bloc on requirements for travellers from China. A crisis meeting will be held in the next hours. Its Health Security Committee will make some recommendations. Now, these include pre-departure testing for people arriving from China, as well as getting individual member states to boost surveillance domestically. An EU spokesperson said that a strong majority of countries back pre-departure tests. Several countries like Italy and Spain have already imposed testing rules on flights from China. The measures are contrary to the recommendations from the EU's Disease Control Centre. It said just last week that screening rules and travel restrictions for Chinese travellers are not justified, as the outbreak in China so far consists of the same variants already circulating in Europe and is not expected to affect the COVID situation in the European Union.